Nebraska's trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News at 4:30.
Now at 4:30, Iranian tension. What the U.S. is doing with Iran after 3 ships are fired on. And Senior Saturday awaits for Nebraska softball this week. How this senior class has impacted the team as a whole. Plus, answering the call. How a Nebraska city is celebrating high recruitment numbers right here only on Channel 8. But first, we begin with the potential for some storms this week. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Emma Norwood. It's shaping up to be a pretty warm and sunny day today, but I hear that might not stick around. Let's check in with meteorologist Dominic Ferraro for a look at your first forecast at 4:30. Dom?
Hey, good evening, Emma. Yeah, warm, sunny, and windy across the state here for your Wednesday, and that has left us with an elevated risk of fire weather for most of us here in these pink counties here. That's that red flag warning we mentioned to you earlier. Still in place here through this evening, 8 o'clock for a few of these counties, then 9 o'clock as you get out closer to central and western Nebraska. Still going to keep an eye and use caution then the rest of the day there. Good news is, though, we do have some chances for some precipitation here in the forecast that could hopefully help us with how frequently we've been seeing those red flag warnings out there too. Taking a look quick outside here in the capital city, your ABC Seamless camera at North 48th and Cornhusker Highway. Temperatures right now in the 80s for most of us, with strong winds out of the south between 20 and 25 miles per hour, gusting then closer to 35 and 40. Also keeping track of a few showers here in far south, central and western Nebraska. We mentioned this was a possibility in that midday show earlier. Today we do still have that marginal level 1 out of 5 risk for severe weather. An isolated storm or two out there could become severe as we head throughout the rest of the day today. This risk then shifts off to the east here into southeastern Nebraska for Thursday. More details on that coming up here in a few minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Tom. Let's take a live look at the roads here in the capital city. You're looking at the intersection of Centennial Mall and N Street. Doesn't look too busy out there. Might just have to hold off on that traffic for now. We have new details on the man accused of murder in Beatrice. The Lancaster County Sheriff's Office saying they attempted to pull over Justice Barnhouse in Lincoln. After he refused, they used a K-9 unit to help. Barnhouse is now in the Lancaster County Jail, facing multiple charges, including second-degree murder. We'll have a more in-depth breakdown coming up at the top of the hour. Well, tensions heighten in the war in Iran as the Trump administration has yet to set a new deadline for the ceasefire. ABC's Christian Cordero has the details.
Today, new details about how potential negotiations between the U.S. and Iran fell apart in the final hours before the ceasefire was extended. Multiple sources tell ABC News the U.S. sent Iran a list of broad points they hoped Iran would agree to ahead of in-person negotiations. And as time ran out yesterday, the administration didn't get a response.
The president is not setting a deadline with this ceasefire right now, but this war has already gone on longer than he said it would initially. How long should Americans be prepared for this war to go on?
Look, I think President Trump ultimately will dictate the timeline, and he will do so when he feels is in the best interest of the United States and the American people.
The price of a gallon of regular gas is now averaging $4.02 in the U.S. A fifth of the world's global oil supply passes through the Strait of Hormuz, and analysts say gas prices will not come down until traffic resumes as normal. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent today dismissed concerns about the long-term effects.
I think the conflict will end. I think gasoline prices will come back to where they were, or perhaps lower, as they did.
But the tension is only escalating at sea as both the U.S. and Iran assert control over the Strait of Hormuz. Iran firing on 3 ships today, saying it seized 2 of them. The U.S. naval blockade is targeting Iran's economy, preventing ships from entering and leaving Iranian ports.
We are completely strangling their economy through this blockade.
Iran's president on social media today blasted what he called hypocritical empty talk and contradiction, insisting the regime welcomes good faith dialogue. Christian Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
A story you'll only see here on Channel 8. A record number of Nebraskan students are enlisting in the military.
Hi, everyone. I'm Danielle De Silva, and I'm reporting from Ashland, Nebraska, in the middle of a banquet hall. And as you can see behind me, there are Blue Star moms all over the place setting up for a special ceremony tonight to honor the newest high school seniors who've enlisted in the U.S. Armed Forces. Now, this ceremony started a few years ago by a nonprofit called Our Community Salutes. But over the years, the Blue Star moms took the reins. They took care of the fundraising to ensure that this event continues to honor those brave students. Now, this year is the fourth ceremony, and it has the most enlistees from Lincoln, 90 students. Plus more actually will be here to be honored. Now, coming up tonight, hear from one of those enlistees, from their proud parents, and also a little bit of the speeches that are planned coming from two Command Sergeant Majors from the Nebraska National Guard. They'll all be on tonight. Stay tuned. I'm Danielle De Silva, reporting in Ashland for Channel 8 News.
Right now, the clock is ticking as UNMC's For the Greater Good fundraiser is well underway. The event helps raise money for scholarships, innovative programs, students, and patient care. They say it's a way for the community to invest in something bigger than themselves. It goes until tomorrow at 12 o'clock. And a local nonprofit is sounding the alarm about the need for more volunteers. Southeast Nebraska CASA sharing this post to social media, saying they're seeing an increase in foster children that need a little extra help. It comes at a critical time of the year as the summer months are quickly approaching. New at 4:30, a Nebraska runner and her mother speak on their experience returning to the Boston Marathon with a new challenge they've faced this year.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Jake Homer reporting for Channel 8 News. One Nebraska native, Casey Lichtag, just returned from Boston after competing in the marathon with a personal best record. Now, Casey has been running all her life. Her and her mother love running marathons together. Now, in 2013, they ran the Boston Marathon and finished their race 7 minutes before the bombing went off. Now, because of that, her and her mother never wanted to go back to compete in the Boston Marathon. That was until last year when they competed for the first time since 2013. And while a year ago, they had several other obstacles, mental challenges they had to overcome to lace up their shoes and to run in that marathon. This year, after returning a personal best record, they had a new challenge, a new obstacle to overcome. We'll talk about that here, though, on the news at 5 and 6.
Right now, the American Lung Association releasing their State of the Air findings today. The report highlighting air quality and pollution across the United States. Lincoln receiving a passing grade this year. The graphs on your screen showing Lincoln was well below the danger line for each category. The capital city getting a passing grade in high ozone days, as well as daily and annual particle pollution. And speaking of cleaner air, it's Earth Day. Citizen journalist Kevin showing us his way of celebrating by spending some time outdoors in his garden and enjoying the nice weather. And we want to know how you're spending the day by scanning the QR code on your screen to download our Now Local News app. You can earn gift cards, and you may even see your videos right here on Channel 8. And we have plenty to come when we come back, including how Nebraska softball is getting ready for a busy week. With Iowa coming to town and Senior Day this Saturday, head coach Rhonda Revel describes what those seniors have meant to this team. And coming up at 5, middle school mayhem. What we know about a bomb threat called in to Beatrice Middle School. And NFL Draft Day is quickly approaching. You can watch all of this year's picks right here on Channel 8. The draft starts Thursday night at 7 o'clock. be one of the game's best this season, driven by a senior class that has elevated Nebraska to a new standard of play. For the latest on Big Red and what awaits the team this week, let's check in with Sports Director Nate Johnson. Nate?
Hey, thank you, Emma. This Husker softball team is special. From the way they play to the way they care for one another, it's clearly evident when you talk to them, and that emotion poured out from head coach Rhonda Revelle today when asked about what this senior class has meant to this program. More from Coach in just a second here, though, as the Huskers are coming off a good team win over a solid Omaha Mavericks squad last night in front of a great sold-out environment. And this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the Huskers host rival Iowa here in Lincoln, their final regular season home series. Saturday is Senior Day, and this senior class has simply elevated Nebraska softball to a new level. Here was Coach today when asked what this senior class has meant to this program.
I really don't have the right words, but I'll try to give them to you. The way they have represented this program, this community, this university, this athletic department has been impeccable.
And we'll have more from Coach coming up in the Sports Zone, and of course a lot more sports talk. Just 6 games left in the regular season for Nebraska softball, so get out and see these girls play. We'll see you later today. For now, though, Emma will send things back over to you.
Thanks so much, Nate. Let's get a full check of your forecast at 4:30 with meteorologist Dominic Ferraro. Dom?
All right, quick look here to admire some of those warmer temperatures we're seeing this afternoon, but lots of changes then on the way here for the rest of the work week. 70s, 80s, even a few spots here into the 90s as we head into Wednesday evening. 91 so far looks to be the highest we have at the moment in Valentine. 81 here in Lincoln, 78 in Beatrice. Plenty of warmer weather here and plenty of wind out there too. Strong winds out of the south between 20, 25, even closer to 30 miles. But this is sustained winds, by the way, across the state, and gusting then closer to 45 and even a few spots trying to get closer to 50 in far central Nebraska there. That contributing then to the risk of fire weather. Still plenty breezy here in southeast Nebraska too, but we have at least a little bit of humidity to kind of counteract some of the drier conditions they're seeing out towards the west. Keeping an eye here on a few stray showers. At the moment, looks like we're kind of cycling through those, so they strengthen for a little bit. Seems to be weakening now. We will then expect to see these stick around for just a bit longer as we take a look on Stormcast. As we mentioned, there is the potential that one of those could go severe, so we're going to just keep an eye on it to be safe. Then looks to be wrapped up here as we head into your Wednesday evening, but chances for showers then increase for the start of our day here on Thursday. This is going to create a fairly stable environment in the mid-levels of the atmosphere, creating what we like to call a cap. So it's almost like putting a lid here on the atmosphere throughout much of the afternoon. Then we'll have to wait for a cold front to move through during the afternoon. That'll provide then the vertical forcing needed to get extensive showers and thunderstorms going by the time we get closer to dinner time here then on Thursday. Now, where that cold front is throughout the afternoon will determine whether or not we do see storms here in Lincoln. This model for the moment has kept things a little more off to the east. I know when we talked during the midday show earlier, we had one model that kind of pushed those almost right on top of Lincoln, so that's something we'll continue to keep an eye on as we head throughout the day. Once we do see those storms fired, mainly off to the east of that is your main severe weather threat for the rest of the day. Then it looks to clear out as we head towards Thursday evening and into the start of the day on Friday. There's a chance, I don't know if you guys caught that there in the corner, that we could maybe even see a flurry or two in far northwest Nebraska. We're staying well away from that, though, here in southeast Nebraska going forward. Still under that slight level 2 out of 5 risk from the Storm Prediction Center. That means scattered severe storms are possible here in that yellow area. We did see that marginal area move off to the east and shrink just a little bit, no longer including the Tri-Cities. If we do see a tornado, it's a small chance at the moment, only a handful of a chance here out of 100, but the majority of us then are going to stay at least hopefully clear of that. If we do see one, though, EF2 strength tornado possible, 2-inch diameter hail as well, and damaging winds all on the table here for some of those stronger storms. So that's something we'll keep an eye on. That tornado threat mainly early on in the process, so it's a slim window there, but something we'll keep an eye on. Then hail and wind seems to be the greater concerns. All in all, best to just have that severe weather plan in place. Keep it tuned here. We'll continue to provide you updates.
All right, thanks so much, Tom. Developing now, a 16-year-old is pleading not guilty after being charged with murder as an adult. ABC's Armando Garcia reports.
Today, lawyers for the suspect accused of killing his 18-year-old stepsister aboard a ship last year entering a not guilty plea to murder and aggravated sexual abuse charges. In previously unsealed court documents, investigators claiming Anna Kepner was sexually assaulted before she was killed while the cruise ship was in international waters. Officials said she died of mechanical asphyxiation. A source telling ABC News it was a bar hold across the neck. According to the Kepners and a security source briefed on the investigation, her body was discovered hidden inside the family's cruise cabin, wrapped in a blanket under a bed, and concealed with luggage and life jackets as the ship returned to Miami. ABC's Victor Oquendo speaking with Kepner's grandparents who were on the ship when their granddaughter's body was found.
I just screamed. I couldn't stop screaming.
In a previous statement, Kepner's parents saying, "Our family is devastated by the loss of Anna and continues to grieve this unimaginable tragedy. We are aware of the serious charges that have now been brought forward. While the legal process moves ahead, we are placing our trust in the justice system to pursue the truth with care and integrity." In February, authorities arrested the stepbrother, referred to as TH in documents, and a judge ordered him released into the custody of a family member with an ankle monitor. Now, prosecutors and Kepner's parents are asking a judge to order pretrial detention. The stepbrother was initially charged as a juvenile, now charged as an adult. He's facing life in prison if convicted. Armando Garcia, ABC News, New York.
Right now, kids in Grand Island are making their impression on a local park.
For Channel 8 News, I'm Adrian Ward. A new generation is leaving their mark on Stoley Park. Youth across Grand Island had the opportunity to create brand new murals for Kids Kingdom. The original murals had been on display since 2003. After years of play and wear and tear, middle and high schoolers are breathing new life into this display.
I love painting. I love everything related to art. So since he told us about it, I knew I was going to be involved in it.
Those brand new murals are now up at Stoley Park, hopefully for the next generation to enjoy.
Time now for a look at what's trending at KOKNTV.com. Here's Channel 8's Mark Fisher.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Mark Fisher, and we're back with another segment of what's trending on KOKNTV.com. First up, Beatrice Middle School students were forced to evacuate Wednesday morning. Beatrice Superintendent Jason Alexander said the district became aware of a potential bomb threat at the school and evacuated students to a safe location. Alexander said the school took immediate precautionary measures aligned with its protocol and are now working with the police department during the investigation. The Nebraska State Patrol and Beatrice Police Department conducted a sweep of all district schools, including the middle school, and deemed all buildings were safe. Students were released to their parents around 11 a.m. Also getting clicks, the Beatrice Police Department has arrested a suspect following a deadly shooting early Tuesday morning. Authorities arrested 31-year-old Justice Barnhouse in Lincoln on Tuesday afternoon. Police said he was taken into custody on an arrest warrant and is facing charges of second-degree murder, use of a weapon to commit a felony, and possession of a firearm by a prohibited person. Around 5:30 a.m. Tuesday, the police department received a call from someone who heard 3 loud bangs followed by screaming. Officers were sent to an area near North 9th and Summit Streets where they found 37-year-old Joshua May lying in the street. According to the police department, he was conscious and told officers he had been shot. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. You can read about these stories and much more on our website at KLKNTV.com, but for now, we'll be back right here tomorrow with more trending stories.
And there's still plenty to come after the break, including the FBI under fire, how FBI Director Kash Patel is responding to a few negative comments, and all new at 5, a nuisance-free anniversary. How this past year is shaping up when it comes to LPD's nuisance ordinance. Stick with us. Developing now, the director of the FBI is taking a magazine to court. ABC's Armando Garcia has the full story.
FBI Director Kash Patel denouncing claims published by The Atlantic of excessive drinking, unexplained absences, and impulsive decision-making.
I've never been intoxicated on the job, and that is why we filed a $250 million defamation lawsuit. And any one of you that wants to participate, bring it on. I'll see you in court.
Patel suing the publication for defamation after the article alleged members of his security detail had difficulty waking Patel because he was seemingly intoxicated. It also alleged a request for breaching equipment normally used by SWAT and hostage rescue teams to quickly gain entry into buildings was made last year because Patel had been unreachable behind locked doors. Patel lashing out at reporters during a press conference.
I can say unequivocally that I never listen to the fake news mafia. And as when they get louder, it just means I'm doing my job.
Acting U.S. Attorney General Todd Blanche disputing allegations, but said he had not read the article.
I have a lot of concerns, and my concerns are completely around the anonymous reporting that comes forth constantly. That reporters have an obligation to report, and they have due diligence that they're supposed to do.
The Atlantic says it's standing by its reporting and calls Patel's lawsuit meritless. In a letter addressed to Patel released today, Democratic lawmakers are demanding he issue a sworn testament concerning his alleged drinking habits and submit to a test that identifies patterns of alcohol consumption. Armando Garcia, ABC News, New York.
Let's get one last look at your weather at 4:30. Dom, take it away.
Well, if you're looking at enjoying any more time outdoors here on Earth Day, sunny skies, temperatures in the 80s, the upper 70s the rest of the way. The wind, that is going to be the one downside to this forecast. Still strong as we head throughout the rest of your Thursday evening and then, Wednesday evening and then into your day here on Thursday. Let's look at your low temperatures, which these could pass as high temperatures, 60s here in eastern Nebraska, 50s and 40s then out towards the west. So definitely a more mild evening on tap. Then as we head towards your Thursday forecast, upper 70s, lower 80s. We'll see how warm we get ahead of that incoming cold front. Might be a little cooler than that depending on when that colder air pushes on through, and the chance for a few strong showers and thunderstorms then Thursday afternoon and into the evening. That will leave us then with some cooler temperatures here for Arbor Day on Friday, upper 60s for your high temperatures, and that's the one break we have in the forecast. Then chances for storms then do return here as we head towards the weekend. Still looks to be cooler though. We'll be into the 60s here through the weekend. Another chance for rain also on the way for Sunday.
That will do it for Channel 8 News at 4:30. Rod Fowler's up next, along with our team of reporters and Now Citizen journalists coming up at the top of the hour. Stick with us.
The Amigos Yang.
From Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight and only on 8 exclusive, Remembering Boston. We sit down with a Nebraskan who took part in the Boston Marathon the day of its bombing. What they have to say about their redemption race. Also tonight, Softball Speaks.
This team has made all things possible.
What key skills Nebraska softball seniors are bringing to make their season shine. Nuisance navigation, how successful one ordinance has been in addressing the complaints of some noisy vehicles. And Beatrice bomb threat.
It's a situation where in your mind you're hoping that the outcome is in the best and everything will turn out okay.
The Beatrice Middle School evacuated from a threat of danger, how parents are moving forward after the frightening call. Right now, a community on edge. You're looking at the scene this morning at Beatrice Middle School after being evacuated because of a potential bomb threat. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Rod Fowler. The school quickly removing students and staff from the building before law enforcement could give the okay. Channel 8's Emma Norwood was in Beatrice today and tells us how it all unfolded. Emma?
Hey, good evening, Rod. A scary situation for sure this morning after the assistant principal found a suspicious device outside of Beatrice Middle School. And you can see here tons of parents were rushing in to pick up their kids as they wait for answers. A potential bomb threat at Beatrice Middle School rattling the community on Wednesday. The assistant principal finding a suspicious device on the north side of the building.
The assistant superintendent and myself dropped everything and walked over to take a look. And police were on scene and also determined that at that time it was in our best interest to evacuate the building.
Everyone moving to a safe location while law enforcement investigates. Nebraska State Patrol, along with the Beatrice Police and Fire Departments, going through the middle school and all buildings in the district.
The sweep of the building turned out to be safe, and students were returned to the building. Parents were notified that they could come pick up their students if they wanted to, and voluntarily. And so about half the students were released to families and about half stayed.
A long line going out the doors at the middle school as parents rush to pick up their kids. I spoke to a few of them while they did not want to go on camera. One parent tells me it took them by surprise because this kind of thing doesn't usually happen in Beatrice. The superintendent echoing that statement, saying this is the first time they've dealt with this kind of situation.
From where we stand, we feel like everything went very well. Obviously, as a parent, we understand that can create some emotions, and we felt like all the parents that we talked to were appreciative of how things were handled.
And just into our newsroom, the Beatrice police chief telling us the suspicious device that they found was actually a battery connected to some wires. Right now, they say there is no threat to the public and school will go on as usual tomorrow. Reporting here in the studio, Emma Norwood, Channel 8 News.
All right, a good ending to that story. Thank you so much, Emma. And tonight we are learning new details about an arrest in connection to yesterday's deadly shooting that happened in Beatrice. Authorities say it took a multi-agency effort to track down and take the suspect into custody. Channel 8's Meg West joins us now from the newsroom with why police had to use canine force to catch the suspect. Meg?
Good evening, Rod. Yes, the suspect taking off out of Beatrice, crossing into Lancaster County, sparking a manhunt. Deputies quickly found Justice Barnhouse and initiated a traffic stop. The sheriff's office says they gave multiple commands to Barnhouse, but he refused to follow them, so they released their canine unit on him. Barnhouse was then taken into custody for multiple warrants, including second-degree murder in the shooting death of Joshua May that happened yesterday morning. His body found lying in a Beatrice street. Barnhouse was transported to the hospital for his injuries and is now lodged at the Lancaster County Jail. No officers were injured during the arrest, according to police. The sheriff's office thanking the many agencies that work together to keep the community safe. In the newsroom, Meg West, Channel 8 News.
All right. Thank you, Meg. Also right now, Lincoln police are searching for a man they say assaulted 3 children under the age of 13. They're releasing this picture. The kids were climbing on a water fountain near 27th and Capitol Parkway on March 22nd. They say an older white man approached them, the person there on the right. When the kids tried to leave, they say he put the oldest child in a chokehold, cutting off his ability to breathe before he let go. He's accused of chasing after the kids and pushing one of them from behind. They believe he left in a dark SUV. If you have any information on who this man is, be sure to call police. You can also remain anonymous by calling Crime Stoppers. Now let's get to your first forecast on this Wednesday night. We made it halfway through the work week. Here's a live look at the weather right now across the city in southeast Nebraska. Yes, another warm and sunny day, and we're actually going to talk about chances of rain. How about that? Let's jump right over to Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins for the latest. Rusty.
Unfortunately, it's not a really big chance for rain for a lot of folks, and we all desperately do need the precipitation. There's a little bit out there this evening. You can barely see it here on our visible satellite adding in the radar. You can see a few storms did pop up. And we're still monitoring this area right here for any more additional and hopefully more rainfall with additional storms. But right now it just looks like these storms are having a hard time keeping together, which was kind of expected. Now on the other side of the state in eastern Nebraska, a very quiet evening out there. Your sunset at 8:14 this evening, temperatures eventually falling through the 70s into the 60s. And you notice mostly sunny skies out there right now, just a couple of clouds on the horizon. Shones Roofing looking at 6th and Perkins. Just a little bit of traffic here and there, 76 degrees with a south wind at 18 miles per hour gusting to 26. So a few clouds out there where those storms are at in western Nebraska, and again, not much to write home about there. Temperature-wise, mostly in the 80s, a little cooler towards Hebron, Beatrice, and Nebraska City in the middle 70s, but a gusty south wind at anywhere from 15 to 30 miles per hour, gusting to around 45 miles per hour in central Nebraska. So tonight, temperatures don't fall off too far, middle 60s by early tomorrow morning, with those wind gusts hanging on to the 30s for quite a while. We'll talk more about a different rain chance and a severe weather threat coming our way in a couple of minutes.
Thank you, Rusty. Some new developments out of York County in their solar zoning struggle. The York County Commissioners are holding a public hearing regarding solar zoning regulations this next Monday, April 27th. Conversations around the topic have been going on for years now, but the last fully public hearing was held on April 15th of 2024. They say everyone will be allowed to attend. It's going to be at the York County Courthouse at 7 p.m. on Monday. The commissioners say they'll then be voting on the matter most likely the following morning. Well, Nebraska softball continues to be one of the game's best this season, and the Huskers are preparing for not only their final regular home series this week, but Senior Day this Saturday, a class that has pushed this team to new heights, no doubt about it. For the latest on Big Red and what's to come later this week, let's bring in Channel 8 Sports Director Nate Johnson. Hi, Nate.
Yeah, hey, thank you, Rob. This Husker softball team is special. From the way they play to the way they care for one another, it's clearly evident when you talk to them. And that emotion poured out from head coach Rhonda Ravel today when asked what this senior class meant to this program. More from coach here in just a second, though, as the Huskers are coming off a good win versus a solid Omaha Mavericks team last night in front of a great sold-out environment. And this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the Huskers host rival Iowa in Lincoln in their final regular season home series. Saturday is Senior Day, and this senior class has simply elevated Nebraska softball to a new level. Here was head coach Rhonda Ravel when asked what this senior class has meant to this program.
I really don't have the right words, but I'll try to give them to you. The way they have represented this program, this community, this university, this athletic department has been impeccable.
And we'll have more from Coach coming up later in the Sports Zone. Of course, a lot more sports talk. Just 6 games left in the regular season for Nebraska softball, so get out there and see those women play. We'll see you in a little bit. For now, though, Rod, we'll send things back over to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Nate. New tonight, LFR and Black Hills Energy responding to a gas leak. Crews working on the scene near 40th and Yankee Hill Road. In this video sent into our local news app, citizen journalist Brian says construction crews in the area were told to leave while they were dealing with the leak. Officials say a construction crew hit the gas line. Black Hills Energy says their workers quickly fixed it. Stay with us. We have more headed your way after the break and even more at 6 o'clock, including waiting for the good life. What snag Grand Island is running into in the development of their Good Life District. And coming up after the break, and only on 8 exclusive, Redemption Race. How one Nebraskan who was at the Boston Marathon during the bombing a few years ago is lacing up her running shoes again. And a reminder, starting tomorrow, the NFL Draft will be right here on ABC. The first round begins at 7 p.m. our time. You won't have to touch that remote to catch the exciting selections. Again, it will be right here on Channel 8. A Navy shakeup. The United States Department of Defense says Navy Secretary John Phelan is leaving the administration effective immediately. The announcement coming from a Pentagon spokesman. Right now it's unclear what led to the sudden departure or whether Phelan chose to step down or was asked to leave. We'll be keeping our eyes out for any updates. Now a story you'll find only on 8, a Nebraska native returning from the Boston Marathon with a new personal best. Casey Lighty has been running almost all her life, and this year she competed in the Boston Marathon for just the second time since she last ran in the 2013 bombing. But this year she had a new obstacle to overcome. And Jake Holman joins us now, and you spoke with her today. What is she saying, Jake?
Rod, one of the biggest things marathon runners all share in common is that mental strength it takes to compete. Now, these are pictures of Casey Lichtai running in the Boston Marathon on Monday. This year, she had a new mental challenge to overcome. Lichtai and her mother ran in the 2013 marathon and says they finished 7 minutes before those bombs went off. Then they never went back until that's last year when they decided to compete once again. Their obstacle this year, though, coming less than a month ago when Casey's grandmother passed away. And that's who she was running for this year, when at first she wasn't even sure if she'd be able to compete so soon. But a race that for her and her mother meant a lot more ended up being a personal best.
I told myself when I started the race, I'm not running with my legs, I'm running with my heart and with Grandma. And that's why my mom also ran a huge PR for the course. And I know, faith over fear.
Now, Lichtai's time at this year's marathon on Monday was 2:55:50. Now, she also says that her and her mother have been back in the race, of course, for 2 years in a row now, but she says it's a must to keep racing, calling the Boston Marathon community like a family. For now, the reporting here in studio, Jay Coleman, Channel 8 News.
All right, thank you, Jake. Right now, the Lincoln Police providing an update on the nuisance vehicle ordinance. You might remember that. It's been around for a year now, and it allows police to impound vehicles that are involved in street racing or maybe reckless driving. The department's saying they're seeing some promising results. Let's take a look. In the last year, 128 vehicles were towed. 60% of them were taken from O Street. The biggest spike in towing came the months after the ordinance's introduction last April. Police say the year-round attention to this problem shows the effort to keep the streets safe and neighborhoods quiet.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
We do have this red flag warning in place through the next couple of hours, and really it's not completely going to go away. Sure, the red flag warning is set to expire, I think, around 8 or 9 o'clock, but I still wouldn't burn anything, and this is different from a burn ban, too. This is just the conditions are right with the wind, the very dry dew points and very dry land, no rain, and the warm temperatures means if any fire gets started, it gets out of control very quickly. So this is, if there's a burn ban or anything like that in place for your area, this isn't that. This is just telling you that everything is set up just right. If fire were to get going, it could get out of control fast. So there you go. Barry Lockham looking at a windy but sunny afternoon. Temperatures are mild. We're at 80 degrees, both at the airport and here at the studio. Look at that south wind, though, 26 miles per hour. The camera's shaking just a little bit. Interestingly enough, temperatures mostly in the 80s, but look down here. Hebron, Beatrice, Nebraska City, they kind of got a late jump on things with some cloud cover earlier this morning, so it couldn't warm up quite as fast as everybody else did. Lots of sunshine in Lincoln today, 80 degrees. Right now it's 81 in Columbus, 80 in Grand Island, Aurora, and Kearney, 78 in Hastings. But that wind, I mean, that's way to spoil the party. Wind, south wind at 10 to 25 miles per hour for everybody, even up to sustained at 33 miles per hour in Valentine. So the wind gusts 35, 39, 43, 45, almost 50 mile per hour wind gusts in parts of north central Nebraska. Been watching these storms in, speaking of north central Nebraska, off to the north and west. They're really trying. I mean, they just want so bad to give precipitation to an area that needs it extremely bad. And it's just a little bit. I mean, it's almost like a tease. Doesn't do anybody any good, but it's a start. Now we are going to see a chance for those storms to kind of expand a little bit as we head through the next few hours. Models are saying, sure, have some rain, but notice it just fizzles out by about 8 or 9 o'clock. Still trying to hang on, and still trying to hang on, and then it's just done. So by 10 o'clock, that will be it. Now let's fast forward to Thursday. This is where the storm system, everything moves off to the east. You notice that one storm was moving from west to east. Well, that's associated with a weak cold front that's really going to expand in strength by the time it gets here. In front of it, some light rain, some drizzle. This may do us a little good. It might keep the storms from being too severe, but there's still a chance. Now notice, here comes a cold front. It's going to run into this warm, moist air right there, and it turns into thunderstorms. Now it's right here early, 3, 4 o'clock, maybe into 5 o'clock, that if we were to see any kind of spin-up tornado, it would be here. Notice there's just kind of clusters, and then it turns into a wind threat, and it's already on the other side of Lincoln. Now this model may be off just a little bit, so I think between 3 and 7, eastern Nebraska has that chance. This eventually turns into a hail and wind threat, and then by the time it's off to the east, it would be a wind threat. And that's already 7 p.m. So this does look like a quick moving storm. And then as we head into Thursday night into Friday morning, look what comes into the panhandle, a chance for some snow. Still that time of year. So the Storm Prediction Center has the slight risk all the way over to Columbus, Concordia, then the green marginal risk to Grand Island and Sioux City. This may be a little too far west, but just kind of hedging their bets, making sure everybody is prepared, because there could be some large hail, golf ball size. There could be damaging wind, 60 miles per hour or more, and then that tornado threat is going to be out there. And these black hash marks say up to an EF2, if anything could get that strong. I think most of these would be that quick spin-up variety. So just a heads up, keep an eye on the sky tomorrow, late afternoon, early afternoon. 60s for lows tonight, highs tomorrow, upper 70s and lower 80s. As we head through the rest of the week, another chance for storms on Saturday, especially Sunday. I think Sunday has the better chance, and then small chances early next week.
All right, thank you, Rusty. New tonight, city officials are bringing us up to speed on their work to protect the environment. On this Earth Day, city leaders say they're on track in their Action Climate Plan. It's a project to help our city make the most of our natural resources without causing harm to our environment. They say they've met 76% of their goals in the plan. That includes reducing dependence on non-renewable energy like coal, oil, and gas, and moving more towards clean energy. They say they're also making progress in increasing housing opportunities for the public. The city's mayor joined climate advocates from LPS and the community during an Earth Day celebration today. They say everyone can help them protect Mother Nature.
Inquire into incentives for heat pumps, weatherization, and solar panels. Get a city voucher to buy a street tree or a matching grant to add native plants to your yard. Test drive an EV. Eat local vegetables, engage with Lincoln's environmental groups, and always remember to vote with climate in mind.
Officials say they're also working to secure additional water sources for the city. They launched the Action Climate Plan in 2021 and are looking to meet all of the goals by 2050. And the American Lung Association releasing its State of the Air findings today. They talk about air quality and pollution for all U.S. cities. Lincoln is receiving a passing grade this year. As you take a look at these graphs, you'll notice Lincoln's light blue line below the danger line in every single one. The passing grade includes high ozone days and low daily and annual particle pollution. But don't go anywhere. We have more headed your way after the break and a whole new slate of stories at 6 o'clock. A fresh batch of numbers are out tonight on Nebraska's unemployment rate, how we're doing compared to the rest of the country. Stay with us. to witness their law enforcement and furry partners in action. Deputies with the Hall County Sheriff's Department flaunting the skills of their canine peers. Well, their guest of honor, a group of senior ladies. The women swinging by earlier today for a first-hand look at the duties of the Sheriff's Office and how they're working hard to protect the community. I bet they got a big bang out of that. So good for them for outreach program. Rusty, let's get a final check of the weather and see how things are looking.
Unfortunately, I was watching closely some storms over here in western Nebraska, hoping that they would just kind of expand and turn into a soaker. But no, they did the exact opposite. It's like Mother Nature is teasing me. But a few scattered showers, still a possibility in western Nebraska. Temperature-wise, we're very warm, 80 to 85 degrees, a lot of wind out there. We'll drop into the 50s and 60s, colder to the west, warmer to the east, and that remains to be, that's exactly what we're going to see on Thursday as well. Colder to the west, warmer to the east, and that chance for storms will cool everybody off by Friday. The chance for storms comes our way Thursday afternoon. Severe weather a possibility in eastern Nebraska.
Thank you, Rusty, and thank you for joining us. World News is next. We'll see you right back here at 6 o'clock.
The Amigos Yankee, reinvented